Brand matters, search matters, authenticity matters. My guest today is proof. It's our second ever case story. Welcome to The Spark. All right, today I have my lovely guest, Laura Steinbrink, with me, the CEO of Emerald Built Environments and the president of sustainability at Crete United, and a general awesome client and friend. And we're going to talk about your marketing and our work together.
Awesome.
So welcome.
Yay. Glad to be here.
Yay. Glad to have you. So let's start at the beginning. Can you tell us about Emerald and what your business does and who you serve?
We are sustainability consultants, and we work at the intersection of business and building, helping organizations set and achieve their sustainability goals for both their organization and the buildings in which they occupy. It's all about making the future healthier for the people and the planet.
That was beautifully done.
Thank you.
It was exactly, it's just such a beautiful statement. And you guys, but you also deeply believe in all the work that you do, which is amazing.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
I mean, the company is a manifestation sort of my mission-driven purpose in life that I see.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So you came to us with a pretty strong brand vision when we first met. But what challenges were you facing that made you consider hiring a marketing agency?
Well, I think when we first started working together, I had been trying to self-implement HubSpot, the tool that you all are experts in.
Mm-hmm.
And I was not necessarily achieving great results. And the team that I had around me was capable of developing content, but really not helping me sort of overcome the issues that I had with the platform. And I knew that if I was going to both leverage this tool that I had made a significant financial investment in and achieve the results I wanted, I needed somebody that could be a HubSpot expert.
So it started with HubSpot, which is a very powerful tool, and we've been able to do a lot with it.
Mm-hmm.
Were there any, so there's a HubSpot skills gap. Were there any other gaps that you felt like you were hoping to fill with a marketing partnership?
Well, I think when we first started with some work around HubSpot, but then as we got to know each other better and the conversations deepened, your team was able to help activate some of the broader visions that we had for what we could be or how we could help organizations achieve their results, and really pushed us to reimagine both how we showed up in our online presence and then how we presented ourselves in doing so.
Mm-hmm. What would you say ultimately made you choose us as your marketing partner?
The people. It's all about relationships.
Mm-hmm.
And I had deep trust in your company's leadership, and the team that I was working with didn't ever let me down. And so it made only sense to deepen the relationship and go, steps farther with it.
That is a beautiful segue into my next question, which I love. All right, so you're a total idea person. You love new things. You love to try things that we haven't done before. You're always pushing the envelope. How would you describe the working relationship, like our collaboration and communication?
It is fun. I mean, sometimes, we're serious and we have to have serious conversations. But what we're here to do is do new things and to try to push the envelope and explore. And so when I get to work with you, I'm activating like that creative side of me, which I don't get to use all of the time. So for me, it's like, ooh, it's marketing time. You spend time doing this as opposed to like looking at numbers or other things that matter too. But am I answering your question?
Yeah, totally.
Yep.
I would completely agree. I think we have a lot of fun while also working very hard.
Yeah.
And I think it's been awesome because you push us to try things that maybe even we hadn't thought of, and then we push you to try things you hadn't thought of. And we don't always agree, but we're also both willing to give it a shot and trust each other's input.
Yes.
It's one of my favorite working relationships.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. What are your favorite deliverables or projects that we've worked on together? We've had a lot of projects.
We have had a lot of projects. So I know one of the most important deliverables that we have done, which actually you guys brainstormed, came up with, and pretty much did all by yourself, was that pillar page.
Mm.
And you weren't able to do it until a certain point in our relationship, which was after we had years and years of content development together. And then you guys saw the opportunity to leverage it. And I know it's creating results because our search is, responding in the ways that it should because of that kind of an investment.
Yeah. And we definitely got major traction from that. And it was, I think you already had a decent body of content. And one of the things, and actually I'm skipping ahead a little bit in what I was going to suggest we talk about, but we've always really put a big focus on your content being really expert and authentic. And we're not just churning out mass quantities of blogs or whatever. Like you're touching all of it. We have real thought leadership in them. And then we took those and we compiled them into this master page, and we have seen a lot of results from it, which has been great. Do you think that our strategy to keep that really authentic and expert content has really proven out? It's hard. It makes it hard.
There's no place that I go where somebody knows me or knows Emerald and they don't comment on, oh, we see you online all the time, or you're so active, or how do you have time to do all of that, or what you put out is so great. I can't wait to see the next thing that you're releasing. I'm learning so much from you.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
It's a lovely 5-star review.
Yeah.
And it's not just our articles either. We put it through the website, and you guys have such a great brand voice that we really strive to cook into everything that we touch, literally everything.
Yeah, and I think we do a really good job with it in the teamwork of how we come up with the ideas. We talk about the outline, sort of the key concepts. We write, and then we review and edit, and it's seamless. And it's so easy now. It didn't used to be this easy, but you know, you work together long enough, you kind of figure each other out.
I agree. We definitely have a rhythm built. And our team works like a machine with you now.
Yeah.
But not one thing goes out without your blessing and involvement, which is awesome. We have so many clients that just don't have the time for it, but you really focus on making the time for it, which is so valuable, I think.
Yeah.
I was going to suggest that some of my favorite work products with us were Emerald Gives. Emerald Gives is an awesome initiative that you guys donate services annually to one organization. And then we kind of do the campaign to find them. We take submissions, and then we put together a package where we share that. And then you guys go and do the work, and then we celebrate the results of it. I think that's been really a fun project.
Well, I can remember even as we came up with a logo for it. I mean, it was our idea. We had done it already, but then you made it a thing, right? And you put a logo to it, and even selecting sort of the imagery that we were going to use with that. And then the way we've actually leveraged that HubSpot tool as a resource to us in facilitating the applications and the follow-ups and the workflows and the everything is amazing.
Yeah, we do try and use all the parts, which is great. And actually, wasn't it called something else when we started? It wasn't even Emerald Gives.
I think we branded it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I enjoyed that. That was one of my favorites.
Yeah.
How
about 365 days of sustainability?
Wow. That was a hard one.
Twice.
Yeah,
Whose
twice.
idea was it to do it the second time?
Definitely yours. It was definitely your idea. Daily posts, updates on projects, graphics, tagging, and then the summary video at the end. But it did generate a lot of great content.
Yep. 365 days of it.
Times
2 years
two.
in a row. I've promised my staff I will never do that again.
Yeah. We need just one person to do that all the time. It's a lot. It was a huge initiative.
It was.
But it was also good for you guys to look back on your projects and track them. And then we shared that and brought those people in that you had worked with.
Right. Interesting though, sort of fallout from that is in your what do you call it, presence in your KPIs or whatever, your performance, while you're posting every day. And then the next year or the next week, the numbers go down. And it's well, is that bad? Well, no, but.
Yeah. The daily cadence is hard. That was really hard. And we were also posting all the other stuff too.
Oh, yeah.
So our regular posting schedule kept up. I also think the LinkedIn newsletter has been pretty cool.
That has been I've enjoyed watching it sort of blossom and grow. And we're just using, are we allowed to say that? We're just using content we've already published.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's okay.
But it's going in another channel where more people are seeing it.
Yep. We just repackage it a little bit and it's a new audience.
Yep.
I think that's been one of the bigger successes in the last year, frankly, of ones that we've kind of put out.
Yep.
All right. So all of this work that we've done on your brand and your content led to a big thing that happened last year. And we both felt that we could trace it back to search and content and everything that we've been doing in our brand building. Can you tell us about it?
Sure. Well, Emerald is now a Crete United company. We were acquired by Crete United in August of last year. But I think the key point in that was the first phone call in November of 23 when they found us online and needed a sustainability consultant. And that is the beginning of it. And it's the testimony to the search and the work that we did that that's what they were looking for. And there we were, and off went our relationship.
Yep. It was such a big change for you, which is very exciting. But as you moved within the Crete umbrella, how did we adapt our marketing work and what we've been doing since we're now, part of this bigger company?
Well, we got to rebrand everything. We got to update our logo and our colors and our font and our PowerPoints and all of the things. All of the things. A couple of times we might have want to change it again after we changed it once. So we've got to do all those, and we've seen our content, like we've adjusted some of the topics that we talk about to more align with what our partners on the Crete platform do: mechanical, electrical, plumbing, contracting, as opposed to just straight up sustainability consulting. But
yeah, it feels like I was worried that it would dilute your brand, but we've been really able to build it underneath that and kind of adapt some of their things while also keeping your individuality, which I think is awesome.
Yep.
So from the time we started working together to your acquisition by Crete, what growth or transformation do you think that you experienced as a business overall?
Well, I know that from a financial metric, we doubled twice from when we started together and then where we were last year.
Good number.
It's a good number. We definitely saw a transformation in our inflow of opportunities coming straight from the website and searches, which goes to the work we did. And I also know that the way you helped us talk about what we did made us better in working with our clients, because we're constantly researching, thinking, staying ahead of what the trends are, the way consultants are approaching this work. And then when we would go into the meetings with our clients, we have the information and the data to back it up because we just talked about it in our blog, or just experienced it with a different client. And now we're more clear why that case study is an absolute must at the end of a new innovative project so that we can leverage it into the next relationship.
Yeah, I think that was one of the things that we tumbled around many times, was trying to get your messaging right, so that, because you guys are really smart at what you do, but not everyone can understand why it helps them. And so we've had many, many conversations about it in different angles. And I think we've got a pretty solid set of messaging now.
Well, and can we just talk about where we are in the world right now in July 2025 and the anti-ESG backlash and how the words have to change and what words we're allowed to use today and what words we were not, we used a year ago, but weren't the first words that we use today. And so we've updated our messaging.
We have. It's hard to work in sustainability and not be able to say sustainability sometimes. But I do think we've adapted, and it's still just as powerful and conveys your service and your offering and the benefits of what you guys do. But it has not been without its twists and turns.
Well, I mean, to be sustainable is to survive and to live into the future. And that's what resilience means, and risk mitigation and saving money so that you have resources in the future. It's all the same thing.
Yeah, they all want it. Everybody wants it. Why wouldn't you want it?
Right.
We just have to package it a little differently sometimes. So what do you think has changed about Emerald now that you're part of this larger organization?
Well, we're not just in our own world, right? We're part of a group, a network that's very strong and powerful and doing great things. And so it's to our benefit to adapt to that and to bring along the good of what now surrounds us and what we're part of. So some of the way we're approaching our go-to-market strategies or who we're able to serve is shifting because of our new relationships.
It's kind of opening up a new subset of potential partners too, which is kind of fun.
Right.
A very targeted market is available. Looking back on all the things we've done, and you talked about your favorites, but what marketing decisions or investments do you think had the biggest long-term payoff?
Well, working with you guys.
Well, I'll take that.
Well, I mean, I am still thrilled with HubSpot,
Yeah.
and through the acquisition, there's another CRM we use too because that's what we do, and we still use HubSpot.
Yeah.
Because we get our data's there, the reporting, the way we're used to our workflows. Certain aspects of our platform are not available to us on the other side.
Yeah.
So we still double thread everything.
Yeah.
So that was definitely a transformational opportunity for the company to be. I mean, we got into HubSpot because of the EO relationship and the thing that HubSpot, I don't know if they still do it, but used to do with startup companies. And it was a great growth thing that sort of stepped us into the full relationship. But I mean, what's the adage? You have to spend money to make money.
Yeah.
And investing in marketing, we really sort of turned on the faucet as the world was going crazy with the COVID. And I mean, we, for better or for worse, did not have a COVID experience or like backlash until a couple years later.
Yeah.
And so we just poured money into our messaging and doing the things.
Yeah.
During that early 2020s, whatever it was.
Well, you also had the ability to offer services that tied to it too, like the health and wellness of your people.
Well, health safety certification.
That's right.
Right.
Yeah. So there was an easy in there for sure. What advice would you give to another business owner who's thinking about engaging with a marketing partner or an agency?
Definitely to be clear on what your goals are. I think it's important to not expect the company to just do the work. Like you have to be part of the solution. Okay, so let me back that up. Have goals. First of all, have goals that are beyond just like, I want a marketing firm. Like I want a marketing firm to help me do X. And then understand that you need to be part of that. It's not, I've heard stories of or know people who just like, oh, those are those people over there and they just do the things. It's like the magic happens when it's a true partnership between you and your team.
I could not agree with that more. And like we meet weekly. We have a large team that works on your account because we have so many different things that we're doing with you guys. But we're always going back to the goals. We're trying to make sure that we're mapping to them because there are so many things we could be doing. We got to focus sometimes. And our communication, I think, really helps with that too. Like we have a very open line of communication, which is great.
Yep. And we integrate tools, right? That you guys use some tools, and so we're using yours, and you're using ours, and we keep each other sort of in line. But
you're very data driven too, which drives how we work together as well, which has been great. It gives clarity. Clarity is kind.
Yes.
So, last question.
Okay.
Is there anything else you'd want potential clients of Emerald or Front Burner to know about the value of strategic marketing support?
The value of strategic marketing support. I'm going to just restate some of what we said, which I think is just important to go. It helps be better in the work that you do with your clients, right? When you understand what messages work and resonate, that helps you do the things that matter to your customers first. And then a strategic marketing partner like a Front Burner who does come to the table with ideas and challenge you, being open to new ideas. I mean, we're trying new things with AI now. We need to stay ahead of it and be ahead of it and not sort of like wait and see, like being proactive and trying new things. Yeah.
I think we both help in that aspect.
Yeah.
We're both pushing a little bit. Well, thank you for coming today and talking to me.
Thanks for having me.
If you are looking to talk about your brand, reach out. We'd love to help you talk about it too.
Hey, Kendra. Thanks for having me in today. Thanks for including me.
No problem.
The cool thing is your guest, Laura. I have some notes here. Let's discuss it because all of a sudden I don't know if I can fill this seat because she is just incredible. I don't know Laura well, right? She's been around longer than I have.
I think you just met her.
I did just meet her for the first time. Idea person. Lots of fun. That definitely shows. She believes in doing new things and being creative. Those are just as somebody in this seat now, working in marketing and creative past, to have a client like that, tell me a little bit about how she's helped make you better and make Front Burner better.
Yeah, Laura's the dream client. She is always willing to try new things. She pushes new things. Like, she thinks of her own things. She comes to the table with ideas, pushes us out of our box. We'll also hear whatever we suggest. She's willing to fund it, to try it. She wants to be involved. Her voice is in everything that we do, and her team's voice. We collaborate with her whole team, but she's generally the mouthpiece for the organization. But nothing leaves without her involvement. And so, we have a lot of clients that just don't have the time for that, and that's fine. That totally works for some people, but
so they don't have the time, or they don't make the time.
Well, I'm not going to speak ill of anybody.
Okay,
but I think let's say they don't have the time.
Laura clearly
she
makes
doesn't
the
have the time either.
She doesn't have the time. That's my point. So
yeah,
I mean, these relationships, and that's what they are. She alluded to that, so I'm not going to just repeat everything she said. But I mean, it's very relationship driven, and if you don't have time for your partner, for your relationship, then it's not going to grow. Authenticity. We've talked about authenticity matters. Super authentic.
Yeah.
And you said her voice is through everything, and she's hands on.
We started very early on saying we were never going to just have random writers or AI writers write for them, because she really wanted to have her stamp on it, and it's a niche what they do, and it's very expert, and she wants to be very clear and accurate in what we talk about, and so everything, the blogs take a lot longer than other blogs. We can't just churn them out quickly because it takes a lot of thought and expertise, and she's got an amazingly smart team that are willing to, commit to helping us develop that kind of content.
When building that content, and maybe it's a little painstaking, it takes longer. I think something that's great, and this is, hot tip for anybody who's doing a heavy lift with their content, is go ahead and repurpose it. And the fact that, you do the lift, so you do the thing, right? So you do the blog, whatever it is. Use it for your social.
Yeah.
Put it somewhere else. You make it into a landing page, web page, right? And now all of a sudden, you have the one big lift, but now you're getting 8 touch points out of it.
Yep.
And I think that is the fact that she recognizes the value in that. So her time and effort is going to go into the one big thing, but then she's seeing the results as it falls out on the other end is great.
Yeah, it's not a one and done ever with her. We're always going back to our old content. Lindsay, who leads our content efforts at the office, is a human library of everything that we've done with Emerald, and she finds ways to weave it into everything we do, and we cut it, repackage it, put it back together, always leveraging what we've already really invested a lot of time in. So we've got a lot of legs out of it. And the pillar page that she talked about was a huge example of
Jump
that.
the shark. That's where I was going. See, so you built all this content for years. You built the content.
Yeah.
And she talked about the pillar page and getting great results. And you're seeing, right, rankings. You're seeing people come to the site, enter the site through the pillar page. Tell me more about the pillar page.
Yeah, Lindsay mapped out a plan. The idea is like a 10x content that is linked throughout everything that you do, and kind of a one-size-fits-all piece that you can find any answer that you need tied to a topic. And for hers, it's like sustainability consulting for the built environment. And we built out a plan for her content, all the things that we needed to cover. And frankly, this started before AI. So we did this manually.
That sounds
with
painful.
our brains.
With your brains.
With
Got
our
it.
brains.
And your hours and hours upon hours.
And mapped out holes in the content. So, we put out a whole plan, mapped out the holes, and then worked to fill them. And then built this huge piece, put it into a beautiful, printable book as well. Also a web page.
So a big lift, and it turned into multiple things.
And then we turn it back around and make it into smaller ones again. It was really, and the results in search we got were insane. Like, I actually had to start separating out our traffic because it was so distracting from what was happening on the rest of the site.
It's a good problem to have.
It is.
I would say. Yeah, it's a good problem, which led to her giving credit in the relationship to doubling her business twice.
She did say that.
It's
lovely to hear.
Website leads, good leads coming through the website, and just staying ahead of the curve in general. The part of this that I like, that stood out to me, is really the fact that she sees us as a partner. She sees you as somebody who's basically on her staff, right? And when it's like that, you're able to see parts of her business that she can't see, blind spots. You're able to give her suggestions of how to appeal better to her audiences by utilizing case stories, by looking, just by coming from your lens, right? It's going to be different because she's super close to it.
Well, and they're, like I was saying with her team, they're all experts in what they do, and they know why they should be doing something, but sometimes they don't see how someone on the outside might have a pain point that they haven't identified and that their services would solve for. And so we went and workshopped with their whole team and just asked them really fundamental questions about what they do to see what terms they used and how they answered. And then we kind of synthesized that into a clearer description of what they do that someone on the outside could understand.
So you understand their vernacular. You speak their language.
Well, we're getting close to it.
Getting close to it?
I know a lot more about lead certification than I ever thought I would.
Fair. Also, the ability to stay nimble, be agile as the climate changes, right?
Literally
changes. That's huge, and she definitely seemed to appreciate that. One thing that she did say, and advice that she would give: spend money to make money, right? So she understands that she needs to put money into her marketing budget and then be hands-on with it, and not just think that they're just people that she's paying that are on the payroll.
Yeah.
It's a true partnership. Advice that she would give that I thought was great for somebody possibly working with an agency for the first time was being clear on goals, goal setting, KPIs straight out of the gate. And again, sorry, I'm just going to keep going back to you're part of a partnership.
Yeah, we have a really great team. We talk all the time. We have like a chat instance just for her and our team so that we're always connected and we can toss each other questions really lightly. We're not siloed at all. If we need access to her team for more information or anything, we have it. It is an awesome working relationship, and she also pushes us to be better marketers because she also has these really big ideas. When she got acquired by this other company, that kind of could have changed everything about how she works, but she really is just stayed so true to her brand and her voice. But also we've gotten these other opportunities to start talking to a new audience, which is always fun. Like we like to shift everything we've done and package it for a new target persona.
Right. Well, that is definitely growth mindset. It's staying authentic. This is a great case story. Super excited that you brought it, you brought it to our attention. Definitely a shout out to Laura. Looking forward to continuing to grow together. And thank you for making us better. With that, like, subscribe, share. You know where to find us. Spark a conversation. Thanks for watching.